28th update. I need to remember a couple things. Somebody asked me to go over the electrical drawing, my schematic and stuff, because it gets pretty confusing, as I know, because it took me months to fucking make the drawing. When I say months, I mean like 18 of them. Also, some people have comments that I can't reply to. Your account has a little thing that says no replies. So if you think you're commenting and nobody's replying to you, it's your fault. Please fix it, because some people have good questions and I want to answer them. So yeah. Anyways, I'll go to my drawing, which I'll just leave it like this for a sec if you want to try to take a picture of it. But I'll quickly explain. These are my batteries, which are connected to my solar panels. This is a fuse, so it goes from solar to a fuse to my charge controller. And these are all the wire gauges. This is a fuse. That's what those are. But so from the charge controller, that's the battery meter. The battery meter has this shunt. That's how it meters the power from the battery. See, the only thing coming off the battery goes to the shunt and to the meter. Every other negative goes to the other side of the shunt, which also gets grounded to the body. That's the inverter. See, grounded to the shunt, grounded to the body also. That's a separate ground for the plugs. This is the wire, which didn't need to be 0 gauge wire, but I use it anyways just because I had it. So, solar, fuse, charge controller, and from there comes back through the fuse and to the battery. And from there, stuff just starts coming out. This is my starting battery, so when the bus is running, I can charge. Like I said, you gotta fuse everything. Fuses on both sides of this. That's a switch, which runs to that's the ignition of the bus, like the regular panel. So only when it's running I can run that, and only when I flip the switch I will run that, which I haven't had to yet. Stuff out to the 12-volt panel. That's how that works. AC panel, which I don't have. I went straight from the inverter out to the plugs because I only have 3 plugs, and you can wire them in a series. So that's what that looks like. And my drawing is really shitty and was incorrect. The only thing I said was incorrect was this. I could have just used 14 or 12 gauge Romex for, but yeah, 150 amp to 200 amp fuse on that. This is all I got from Bob's. I mean, all the wiring I got because you read the directions for every single thing that you buy, whether it's the inverter or the meter or the charge controller or the fuse or the solar panels. You read all that, plus you mix in a little bit of what you find on the internet, because you can oversize the wires so you don't have voltage drops, but you might be going too big, like I went too big on the inverter. But I had that wire, so it wasn't a waste. That's the thing, is it would be a waste if you spent the money on wire that's too big and you didn't need it. So, other than that, today, I don't have plumbing still. It's all plumbed. It's all in there. I'll show you. It's all in there, because I'm not a fucking liar. PEX comes down. PEX goes to hot. PEX goes to there, just like I said it would. Just like I said, but it's here. But we have a leak at the tank, like right out of the tank, so it won't really hold the pressure. I have to re-silicone it, so I had to wait for it to be above freezing to do that, and I have to get another coupling and stuff. Just little things like this, which I can only use if I'm not cooking and if I'm not using the wood stove, and that would be at night when I'm sleeping. You know, I don't know why it would catch on fire, but maybe it would. Got a fire extinguisher just in case. Other things I got done. This is like my favorite thing. The radio is wired to one of these little switches, so instead of turning the key to get it to run, it's wired to that. and that's because it's wired to the house batteries and not the starting batteries. That way I don't have to worry about killing the battery and not being able to drive away, which is what we're hoping to do in a couple of weeks. We're going on a trip. We are currently staying at my wife's mother's house. They just moved in and she's helping them do stuff, and they get good solar power, so we're part-timing. It's like part full-timing. I mean, we're sleeping in here every day. We're heating with the wood stove. We're using the toilet. The toilet's amazing. I can't say that I recommend that thing. You know, it's the greatest. It registers no power on my meter. I don't know how that's even possible. It's the tiniest fan ever. But yeah, we're cooking. We're living in it. And in a couple of weeks, when we get all our shit together, we hope to take a trip to the Carolinas and visit some people for a few weeks. And hopefully from there, money and mechanics and stuff will allow us to head west from there. We want to take a few months through like June or so to go all the way to California and all the way up and around. So, I mean, I'll still be updating. It'll be small updates. It's going to be small ones anyways, just like painting, little paint things, and little, like the curtains are going to get hung and stuff. But, yeah, I got to mention if stuff's working or not, what I did to fix it, stuff like that. So I'm gonna keep updating, and then plus maybe there'll be some good stuff I find out on the road that I can share with y'all. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So if you want to unsubscribe now, then have fun.